Hi there, I'm Cam Harcourt. I'm the metering team lead here at Consultus. I'm here to speak to you about the market-wide half-hourly settlement that's coming into play in the next 2 to 2.5 years. It is being pushed by Ofgem and Elexon. So first off, it's happening whether you like it or not. There are regulations and deadlines that are being put into place over the next couple of years by Ofgem, and everything needs to be transmitting half-hourly data by March 2026. Secondly, it's a good thing. You're getting more accurate data, which means more accurate billing and a quicker and smoother transition to net zero. Number 3, acting sooner rather than later is much better. There's going to be a lot of chaos and busyness around engineer availability the closer we get to March 2026. So acting sooner and making sure you get in contact with us is much more advised. Number 4, there is potential for fines to be introduced. So there's no definitive outline just yet, but conversations that we've had with providers is that they've been briefed that further down the line, if you're not cooperating, there will be fines introduced to suppliers. And at the moment, there's no definitive outlines to say that that can't be passed down to the client themselves. So you may be seeing some fines on your billing the further we get into the half-hourly transition. Number 5, all sites will be de-appointed from their MOP and DC contracts. That doesn't matter if you've got a direct contract in place or if it's just supplier appointed. Every single site that is electric will be de-appointed and eventually reappointed. This can obviously cause mass confusion with lots of errors in terms of data flows. So make sure you're keeping on top of it and staying in close contact with us to help with the transition. Number 6, AMRs for your non-half-hourly devices are much more reliable than SMETS meters. SMETS meters are the meters that suppliers advocate for because they can control said data and you have less flexibility on this. We and all the providers we work for consistently advocate for the AMR devices that attach to your meters as they are much more reliable and you have a lot more control over said data. Number 7 is contract wording may change, which means variation forms will need to be signed. So your metering provider, suppliers, whoever currently deals with your contracts will have to send out new forms to be signed. So make sure you're keeping an eye on your inboxes for this. This is pivotal to the wording of the contract and can affect your contract going forward. Number 8, P272, as a lot of you may know, is a previous change to the electrical metering industry where around 160,000 meters were affected by the upgrades. This time round, it's much more. It's around 30 million meters around Britain that are affected by this. This might not be a physical change, it might just be a digital one, but every single one of those meters will be affected, so you can see the massive scope of the project that we are dealing with. Number 9, non-half-hourly meters, regardless if they supply half-hourly data, will be charged at those half-hourly rates and commodity charges. This means even if you don't have a meter that transmits half-hourly data for electric, it will be charged at those higher rates. So make sure to look out on your billings for those changes. It's an even more reasons to switch to half-hourly AMR data. We can help. We have a crack team of metering specialists, a great online portal with reporting capabilities and great relationships with providers to get you even better rates for these contracts that allow the half-hourly data to flow to your supplier, meaning you won't be under the scope for any fines or any changes that might come into play if you're not transmitting half-hourly data.